Good afternoon, students. And so today I'm going to go over how you can use SmartHelper AI, which is located in your textbook, to help you answer the questions that's in your test guides. Your test guides is located in the very first email that I sent you, the Welcome to ENGL 101. And all of your test guides for week 1, week 3, week 5 quizzes, the week 6 midterm, and the week 12 final are all in that one Welcome to ENGL 101 email. So that's where you're going to find your test guide. So today I'm going to give you an example of how you can use your SmartHelper AI to help you answer the questions in the test guides. So without further ado, I will start to share first I'll show you where the SmartHelper AI is. And so here you go to your, I will share you my So in your textbook, you are going to have several different things. You have the audiobook, which you can listen to the textbook. You have the self-study, which is just a bunch of flashcards, which will help you learn the definitions in the, so what is an auditory learner? You flip it. Someone who learns best through listening. And then you would memorize these definitions, or you can write it down for studying. And then you flip it again, you go to the next one. What is expository writing? And then you flip it again, writing that conveys facts or descriptions. So when you're studying for your tests or quizzes, using the self-study flashcards will help you memorize the definitions. And then you go to SmartHelper. And so SmartHelper is an AI. And so here, SmartHelper introduces itself as, hello, I'm your textbook study assistant. I'm here to help you better understand the material in your textbook by answering your questions with specific examples, by helping you connect different concepts from the book. What would you like to learn more about your textbook? And so let's say I go into next. So here you have the Chapter 1, Section 1. And so let's say reading strategies. So if I asked it, what are reading strategies? And then because this AI is trained on just this textbook, it will only have information from the textbook, and it will define the textbook definitions for you. And so if you don't know what reading strategies are, it will give you a longer explanation of what it is. And so you have to wait for it to. So here in the textbook, it says that reading strategies are planning strategies, comprehension strategies, and active reading strategies. And you need to plan what you read. You have to set a purpose, all of that. And then here it says the same thing. Planning strategies, comprehension strategies, active reading strategies. And so it does, and then explains it a lot more of what is reading, how you implement it. So if you have trouble understanding some of the concepts in the book, you can ask the SmartHelper AI to help explain it to you more. Now, for your test guides, I'm going to take some questions from the test guide and then have SmartHelper AI help me answer those questions. So here is my, let's see if I can open this up. Yeah, so this is your test guide. So this is a test guide for your week 1 quiz. And so what I did was I gave you some questions, all right? And I didn't answer the questions. Notice how there are no answers to any of these questions. And then you have to figure out the right answer, whether it's A, B, C, D, or E. And so if you want to have SmartHelper AI help you with your quiz, you can say, let's say you cut and paste, okay? You can cut and paste the question, and then you go to SmartHelper, you put in the question, what is the answer to this question? And then you put in the question, and then you go like that, and you wait. So a blank is a word part added to the beginning of a sentence to create new meaning. So that's the question. And then the answer to that question is a prefix is a word part added to the beginning of a word to create new meaning. So then you go back to your quiz, and here you have a blank is a word part added to the beginning of a word to create new meaning. And so here it says prefix. So therefore your answer is prefix. So you can use your SmartHelper AI to help answer the questions in the test guides. So that way you can learn the answers to the, help you learn and study for your quiz. And so here, if I say, which of the following spelling is correct? So I cut and paste this entire thing. Which of the following is correct? And let's say I put this down here, and then you have a limit of 200 characters. So be aware of that. And then you put in the question, and then you go send. And then it will say, it's important to write I before E, except after C. When pronounced I, like neighbor or way, is important to this question. And so therefore, the correct answer is cried, because this spelling shows the textbook's guidance that when a word ends in a consonant plus Y, you drop the Y and add the IED. So here it will go over all the spelling rules. It will tell you that these are all incorrect, and cried is the correct answer. And so the SmartHelper will help you with answering the questions. That's basically all I wanted to show you in this video, was that the SmartHelper can be very helpful in helping you answer the questions in the quiz. And if the question is longer than 200 characters, you have to get a little creative and find a way to ask it less than 200 characters. So I let you guys be creative that way. Most of the questions are quite short, so you wouldn't have to, suffer that. You may have to put it in one at a time, and say, is this the right answer? Is that the right? So I know it sounds tedious. So these are one of the ways in which you can find the answers to the quiz questions. Or you could do it the old-fashioned way and just memorize your chapter and then take the quiz yourself. And that way. So that's the pre-AI way in which I learned to study, was you just study the chapters. You have index cards. Let's see if I have any index cards. You have index cards in which you write down the word on one side, the definition on the other side, and you study it. And so you could use the self-study flashcards that I showed you, or you could try out the newfangled AI and try your luck on that. But either way, the SmartHelper AI can help you understand the topics and I forgot to show you. You can also summarize your chapter. So you could ask it, give me a summary of chapter 1, section 1, and it will give you a summary of that chapter. So it's good for, and it's good for understanding topics, and it's good for, the test guides, answering the questions for the test guides. And also, if you don't understand, let's say you did it the old-fashioned way, you got one of the quiz and you took the quiz yourself, and then you go back and you go, oh, how did I do? That's another way of doing it, okay? The old-fashioned way is you take the whole test guide, you take the quiz yourself, and then you use the test guide to see which one you got right and wrong and why. That's another way of doing it, okay? So that's why I highly recommend you use the SmartHelper AI to help you study for the quizzes and to help you with understanding the chapters. Now, I had a student recently pleading for me to teach her how to study these chapters. She was lost. So now, when your teacher is asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, you come back from work and your teacher is asleep, but AI is always awake. Now, don't use ChatGPT to answer the questions in the test guides, because it's going to come up with, it sometimes gets it right, sometimes gets it wrong. You have to use the SmartHelper AI, because the SmartHelper AI is trained only on your textbook. So the SmartHelper AI is not the same thing as ChatGPT. Okay, so forget about ChatGPT and just use SmartHelper AI for your textbook. That, trust me, I learned that the hard way. When I actually used ChatGPT for the question answers, and then students came back to me and said, oh, but it's different than the quiz, and so on and so forth. So ChatGPT doesn't work for this. And so SmartHelper AI does, because it's trained only on the textbook. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about for today, was about how to use the new this is a new feature. So you're the first, I think you're the first class to be using this feature, which is why I'm making this video in the middle of summer, hence the background. So anyway, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the Professor H Writing channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at any time. I always have trouble looking for the record button. Ah, there it is. So have a great week.